I think fulfillment is connected to meaning and purpose. There's a lot in this world that can give you satisfaction in the moment or temporary gain, but it's that which gives you either long-term or eternal meaning and purpose, which grants you fulfillment.
The mission of Warhorse Ranch is to reduce suicide among veterans, first responders, trauma survivors, and anyone that suffers from mental health. So that can include children, adults that don't have a first responder background, and we're here to provide equine therapy to make a difference in that realm.
I was a CH-53 Echo helicopter mechanic with 2 deployments to Afghanistan, and upon exiting I did a lot of security and cooking work. My mental state before coming to the ranch, my head was just kind of like everywhere with thoughts like a rock radio station that just is playing music that just won't stop. It's just sound after sound, like thought after thought. And then coming out here, it really just all stops. It just quiets.
For the horses, they're very intuitive. They're very in tune with each other, but the most important part is that they live in the present. And we as humans, we live either in the past or the future, and we're worrying about the future or grieving about the past. We're not really in the present like the horses are. And you know, the horses are a great means of communicating and connecting with humans.
When they came up to me, and it was almost as if they were like, we accept you right where you're at. And for me to have something bigger than me like that choose to just meet me where I am was really amazing. So the feeling I got was acceptance. We're all in this together, we're all humans. We all have pain, we all have struggles, we've all come from hell. But you know, I don't have to allow the hell someone else is still currently going through to dictate where I'm at in my life. I mean, that's just some of the tools we gain here. Just taking a moment to walk off and meditate, taking a second to take a breath, taking a second to observe. You know, like the horses, they can teach you so much about just being in the moment.
My driving force, as well as Mike's, is pretty much as simple as we want to help save lives. We're both part of the military and law enforcement background, and we've lost a lot of friends to suicide. We've seen a lot of people struggle with mental health, and we were given the opportunity to make a difference, and we jumped on it.
The most fulfilling part is watching people go through that transition, and it's a very positive transition. It's not like a one and done thing. We stay in contact with these veterans, first responders, and anybody else, and they become a part of our family.
What Warhorse did for me was help me regain that which I needed in order to do what I'm called to do, and that being helping others have a good experience in life and find peace and hope in what they're doing in their present moment. And I think I regained that by working with these horses, and I say that I always have to come back out here because they help me stay within that place that I've reached after coming to Warhorse.
So as a human, coming and interacting with the horse, you have to be in your full transparency. There isn't going to be a way to pretend when you're working with horses and going through equine therapy. So that brings out the genuineness, and that allows our clients to surface what is really troubling them, and then allowing the horses to interact and try to alleviate some of that through all of our therapeutic approaches.
Take a chance. And you know, if you don't like it, you could take whatever misery you had and you can go back to whatever you were doing. But this is definitely a game changer here. You learn a lot, you feel a lot, you experience a lot, and it's worth it. Definitely worth it.
I mean, you learn trust, you learn to trust another person, you learn to trust an animal, but you got to do it with all of you. And if you come out here, get off that fence and give all of yourself to it, I promise you, God and these horses and Mike and Val will meet you here, and you will not leave here the same.
Make the jump. Like, there's always, whether it's financial or distance or occupation, there's always a reason not to do something or take an opportunity that's before you. And I would say, put those aside and do it. Make the jump, make the leap, come out here, experience Warhorse. And I think I've not yet met someone who regretted being here, or maybe making that sacrifice to get here and to experience Warhorse.